Hey everyone, Kayleen here, and welcome to our video. Today we're talking about how to self-care when PTSD cripples you. So I'm excited for this content today. What we're going to be talking about is what is self-care. We're going to define self-care. We're going to talk about the goal of self-care, because if you don't know the goal, you're not going to know what to do to get there. And then we're going to talk about 5 PTSD best practices. Now, if you have PTSD, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get more notifications when we do videos like this to help you truly break the chains of your PTSD and get free of your past for good. So I'm really excited for this video today, like I already said, and I can't wait because we're going to do something super special in this video. Sometime throughout this video today, I'm going to be giving out a free gift. So make sure you watch this video in full, because not only is this content and this information going to change your life in the way that you view self-care, but also you're going to get a little free gift out of it as well. So let's jump in. What is self-care? Now, it's really important to define self-care. Most people don't even really know what self-care is. They have kind of an idea, it's when I treat myself, when I, have a bin of ice cream, when I take the day off from work and go hiking, right? So most people kind of have an idea of what it could be, but most people don't have a definition. And I'm going to give you a definition here today. And I want you to bear with me because it might not be a definition that you're familiar with. Okay, but this is the definition that's going to take you from being crippled by PTSD, being crippled by anxiety and depression and all those things, and not actually taking care of yourself, right? This is all about self-care, to actually taking care of yourself and your future and your body and your health and your overall well-being. So self-care is doing what's best for you, regardless of if it's what you want to do or not. I'm going to repeat that. Self-care is doing what's best for you, regardless of if it's what you want to do or not. Now, that's really, really important, because the goal of self-care is then what? Doing what's best for you. Now, it might seem straightforward, right? Okay, self-care, taking care of myself, but it's doing what's best for you regardless of if it's what you want to do or not. Now, this means a couple of different things. This means maybe sitting and binging TV all day and having a pint of ice cream. Is that really what's best for you? I want you to think about that. Is that really what's best for you, right? Or is it not? So what I want you to think about when you're thinking about self-care practices is this best for me, both short-term and long-term? Is this best for me? What it could also mean is when you're in the grips of depression, the very, very last thing that you want to do is maybe reach out to a friend or a family member or someone on an online support group to support you, to chat with, right? And that might be the thing that is best for you. Right? So it's doing what's best for us regardless of if it's what we want to do or not. Now, this means sometimes we're going to have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. This means sometimes we're going to have to do things that we don't want to do in the moment, but that are best for us both short-term and long-term. I'll give you another example. You wake up, you're filled with anxiety, right? And the thing that's best for you is to go and show up to your workout and do that workout so that you can have the longevity. When you work out, you're going to sleep better. Everything gets better when you work out, right? Your body's going to feel better. You're keeping yourself healthy. Now, in that moment, it's the very last thing you want to do. But in that moment, for our example here, it's the thing that is best for you, okay? So those are just a few examples here. Now, there are 5 best practices for PTSD when it comes to self-care, and I'm going to give you them, and they're going to be an outline of how you can kind of go about self-care. Because is taking a bubble bath and sometimes a day off from work self-care? Absolutely. And I don't want to dismiss that. But before we get even into that, one of the biggest things that keeps you crippled with PTSD is being triggered. Okay, and this is where I want to give you something super, super special. So just a couple of months ago, I released a book called The Art of Trauma Relief. And the book, I have it right here. It's all about 9 powerful relief tools to get you relief from your triggers. Okay, so we cover everything from anxiety to depression to sleep problems, all sorts of things that we cover in this book. Now, I say there are 9 tools, and there's 9 main tools, but within each tool, there's a bunch of different tools. So this book is jam-packed with tools. And what I'm doing with this book is I'm giving it away for free. So if you want a copy of this book so that you can get from that triggered state into a state where you can, at the very least, now it's not always going to be what you want to do still, right? It's what you need to do regardless of how you feel about it. But so you can get yourself into a state where you can at least push yourself out of that comfort zone, where you can get yourself to do these things. So you can get out of that triggered state. So if you want this, it's my free gift to you. I already bought the book. All you have to do is pay for shipping. You can go to overcomingptsd.com/free book. I'll ship it to you anywhere in the world. Now, depending on where you are in the world, of course, will depend on the shipping cost. But for those of you in the US and Canada, this is an amazing, amazing free resource that you can get in your hands. And that's going to come up again at the end of the video here. So let's talk about 5 best practices for self-care when it comes to PTSD. Like I said, I'm going to give you categories here, and I'm going to put them up on the screen. Number one is to do something outside. Okay, so we're talking about categories. I'm not going to give you the specific how-to. I'll give you some examples. So number one is do something outside. That could be go for a walk. That could be go for a hike. That could be just sit outside in the sun for a little while. Even if it's cold, sit outside in the snow, maybe make a couple of snowballs, right? Do something outside. Number two is do something social. Again, not what we want to do, but in certain situations, what's best for us. That's what we're thinking about here. Not what we want to do. Sometimes the last thing you want to do is get out of bed and go outside. But what's best for us, both short and long term. That's what we're optimizing for. Think about that goal of self-care. Okay, so number two is to do something social. Now, this could be FaceTime a friend, just text a friend, go on a support group online, or it could be go out, just go out bowling. You could take yourself out to a restaurant and just interact with, the wait staff there. Or you could go and hang out with friends or organize something like that, or organize something with family. Do a Zoom call, do a phone call, right? It doesn't have to be reinventing the wheel. It doesn't have to be, making a whole new friend group, but doing something social, as simple as calling a friend. Okay, do something internally kind. This is probably one of my favorites. Do something internally kind for yourself. For example, practice gratitudes, practice affirmations. Watch where your self-talk is. Make sure your self-talk is positive. Number four is do something externally kind for yourself. Okay, externally kind. Go for a jog or do a workout, have a dance party, do something where you're externally taking care of yourself. Here's where bubble bath comes into play. Take a bubble bath. Okay, go for a walk if you live near a pond, if you live near an ocean, if you live near a river, go for a walk. Now you're getting your outside thing as well. So that's number four. And number five, probably my personal favorite. I know I said internally kind was my personal favorite. But number five, the crucial element to all of this is to do something to make a better tomorrow. Now, a lot of times with PTSD, you're stuck in the day-to-day. You're stuck in these cycles and these spirals, and it's like you're living Groundhog's Day, right? The same day over and over and over and over again. So what's really important with self-care when it comes to PTSD is doing something to make a better tomorrow for yourself. So reading this book right here to help you get relief from your triggers on demand. This book, the tools in this book are going to help you stop your triggers in their tracks. Okay, there's one tool in this book. It's amazing. It's called the Butterfly Hug, and it's going to get you relief from your anxiety almost instantly. And I'm talking about under 2 minutes, for some people 60 seconds, even sooner. Okay, so do some sort of self-development. Do something, watching videos like this, right? This is a great example for growth, for self-development. Do something to make a better tomorrow so that you can get out of these cycles, out of these spirals here. So let's do a quick recap. Do something outside, do something social, do something internally kind, do something externally kind, and do something to make a better tomorrow. So there are your 5 PTSD best practices. Now, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. We do videos like this all the time. I'm so excited to bring them to you. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified of when these videos are out, because these videos, as small as they are, when you put them into practice, are going to change your life dramatically. And that's what I'm here to do for you. So I love you. I believe in you at the very, very highest level. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments box. Any ideas that you have in regards to filling those categories, what you do for self-care. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video.